they have a hard time forgiving themselves, I would say. They have a hard time of understanding that, hey, you have a fresh start in Christ. It's really neat to me to be in the jail and to just see how, it's very simple just to see how God penetrates those walls and His presence just comes into that room, and within 5 minutes you don't even realize you're in the jail anymore. You feel like you're having church, just with a group full of guys. A couple Tuesdays ago, we had 5 guys in the class of 16 accept Christ. And the one guy just, knelt down and just sobbed. And I started crying too. It just was heartbreaking. I'm not sure exactly what he did to get incarcerated, but, you could really tell that Christ moved in. And sometimes when you witness to people, they smile and walk away, and you see them a week later, there's no change in their life. Just that instant change, the brokenness of this guy, it broke my heart. You knew, Christ came in, that things had been washed away. He just looked, the countenance on his face, he just looked lighter, and so it was a room full of hugs.
A neat God moment for me was seeing students for the first time open the Bible and read the Bible for the first time in their lives, and hearing them talk about who Jesus is as they read the Bible in their native language. I'm involved in an ESL ministry here at Grace, and so we meet twice a week in the evenings here at Grace Community Church, and we have students coming who know Spanish as their first language but have a desire to learn English, and so we teach them English. Then we also have an opportunity after class on Thursday for them to stay and participate in a bilingual Bible study for those that may have never read the Bible, for them to interact with the Bible and interact with each other about what it says. I love that I'm able to use what I have been trained in teaching English as a second language, and also interact cross-culturally with those that are in our neighborhoods and learn more about them, but then also share with them the gospel while meeting a need that they have in learning English. I think my life is different because I've seen how God comes through when we trust Him and walk in obedience, and how He can do much more than what we can plan on our own when we involve Him through prayer. If it wasn't for the ESL ministry, then there wouldn't be a community within the students, and they wouldn't have the friendships that they have now. I wouldn't have learned how to trust God like I have.
Momentum is a youth conference where a lot of youth groups and a lot of youth in those youth groups come together and learn about Jesus. One night at Momentum, we had, it was just a really powerful message. And then it was really quiet in the youth group time, and someone shared their a personal testimony, personal story they had. And then after that, it was an explosion of stories in their life and how God has moved in their life and struggles they've gone through. And it was really amazing how open everyone was and stuff. And with a group of over 100 kids, it's really, that can be intimidating to talk in front of all those people. But it was really cool to see how close they were and how they shared all their stories and stuff. And we prayed for them so much. And we had, I believe, 5 or 6 first-time commitments to Christ. And then we had 20 to 25 rededications of their life to Christ and stuff. So it was really a powerful week for our youth group.
When you go to a different place, it feels you have that mindset, oh, they're going to be so much different, but they're really not. There was this one man, he had this really cool jewelry shop in like a little mini mall, and he and his family, they picked up everything and they moved over to America. And they trusted in God, which helped them to make the move, which was cool.
work at a tanning salon, and I tried to get my shift covered for December 13th, and I couldn't get my shift covered, and I truly believe that I was supposed to be there. Just a couple days before that, my 11-year-old son tried to commit suicide, and he went from Elkhart Hospital to Plymouth, to the behavioral center in Plymouth where he could get help. And it was going to be the first time I was going to see him that day. And that when they came in and they handed me a gift bag and thanked me and appreciated me for working, and then they asked me at the end of it if there was anything that they could do or pray for me for, and I started to cry and told them what was going on. And for complete strangers to come into my store and make me feel so important and loved, it was beautiful. So